Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pact Tactics. Dark Watchers and player characters, I'd like to be the first to welcome you to this special series of Pact Tactics, where today we will be meeting one of our outstanding players. I am, once again, your DM, Jon, and if you're interested in our little game or any of the characters that you're about to meet in this Meeting the series, we stream every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. Give us a like and subscribe on the channel to help us defeat the final boss battle that is the YouTube algorithm. But enough of the analytics and the talking. Let's go ahead and get to one of our player characters. Allow me to be the first to introduce Mason.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm sure everybody out there is dying to find out all about you, though. The star of the show, number one player right there. So why don't you go ahead and start out and give us a little bit of an introduction there, Mason.
All right, well, full name is Mason Urban. In terms of like D&D stuff, I've been playing for over 4 years. Was a DM for a good while and started being a player actually more recently in like the last year or two. I adore this game. I've played video game versions of D&D and stuff. I always love stories and other things based off of D&D and D&D type things, and it's always fun to be able to play a game, especially when you get a good group of people together.
Oh yeah, and I think that we really have that with this group. We've just as a little filler in for those Dark Watchers out there, Mason and I, we've been playing together in a game for a little bit over a year now, a couple games together, and he's an outstanding player, and I'm very happy to have him be part of this show, and I'm very happy to give him the opportunity to entertain you all as much as he entertains me, probably. So why don't you go ahead and tell us who you're going to be playing in this Mythic Aetheris campaign?
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to be playing Gavin Vel Ebroth. I mean, he's a warlock. He's specifically a parasite warlock, which you actually can find details for that in the player's handbook for the Grim Hollows campaign. Great book, got a whole bunch of different subclasses in there that are really, really cool. He's formerly an elf, kind of transitioned into being a mutant simic. And he's from a noble family, the Vel Ebroth family, which has kind of been forgotten for a good while here at this point. He's, for the most part, he and his siblings, they've been abandoned, basically, by his father. Mother disappeared mysteriously, and they got dumped on his aunt. And they have grown up basically traveling around in the circus that she herself, when she was younger, ran away to join because there was a cute guy. Only more recently has he been able to discover the details on really kind of how to reclaim his family name, his family title, that sort of thing. And pretty much within the campaign, we're kind of picking up, at least in terms of his story, where he's kind of working towards trying to rebuild that family name.
That's a good goal to have.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. So what inspired you to make or play this character in this campaign specifically?
Really, whenever I kind of make a new character, I try to find something that I really, really want to do first. It might be a race I want to do. It might be a class I want to do. It might even be a background. I had one character who I built them entirely on the background I wanted them to be, and I ended up with a monk satyr courtesan because it was fun and it was different, in my opinion. For Gavin, I started with the Simic race. It was something that kind of caught my attention. Started kind of thinking on that, looked through some of the subclasses and the classes and things that the player's book had for Grim Hollows, and the ones that kind of caught my attention at first was the Eldritch Domain Cleric and the Parasite Warlock. Ended up going with the Parasite Warlock, and just from there, it just kind of started building from there, and kind of things I haven't done before. I haven't really played a character with a noble background, so I went with a noble background, and just from there, we did some random rolls for different details about their backstory and other events and things like that, and just constructed him from there. But I always typically start with, I always typically start with just one thing that I like really want to do.
I really like that you explained that process. That's very valuable insight, I think. And I remember when we were building, when you were building the character out, we were all in a group together on our first session 0 call. All of us built the characters together. And for those of you that were curious, Simic Hybrid is usually a setting-specific race for the Ravnica world. But when Mason had approached me and he talked to me, whenever you had approached me and you were talking to me about possibility playing the symbiote-based Parasite Warlock, I couldn't think of a better one than Simic. So when you said that, I was very happy, and that's why I allowed that. And I think it's a perfect fit, especially going through and thinking about, how this transformation is affecting you, and how one aspect I think that's going to be very interesting is restoring your elven family's name when in reality you're becoming less and less of an elf.
Yeah,
I really love that.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be one of those things I'm looking forward to kind of role playing out.
All right, and really, the last two things I have for you. First, if you had, if Gavin Vel Ibrath had a sending spell to send out to all of our Dark Watchers out there, 25 words, what would he say to them?
Oh, gosh.
It doesn't have to be 25 words. I won't cut you off, I promise.
Oh, you have to use all 25 words. Otherwise, it's a complete waste of a spell.
Level spell.
If it had to be something he'd want to say, there will always be things that happen to you in the world. The question is, how will you then happen to the world? That made no sense.
No, it was deeply profound, like I would expect a noble to say. And It was 24 words, I think, by my count. This is 24 or 19.
What's 5 words? I mean,
yeah, that was awesome. Thank you for coming and sitting and doing this. And for everybody else out there, once again, I am your DM Jon, dear Dark Watchers and player characters. And if you like what you saw and you want to see more of Mason playing Gavin Vel Ibrath, join us for Pact Tactics starting this Tuesday and continuing every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, right here. And go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe if you enjoyed that and you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Until then, everybody, stay spooky.